All right, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and we created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And today, we're playing D&D. This session features our newest storyline, the Stygian Turn, set in our very own Velenar campaign setting. It's a limited series where our adventurers are pitted against high threats and higher tensions. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous, our courageous, daring heroes. Before they begin a day as any other. And we'll begin with an introduction for Callus.
Hello, I'll be playing Callus Darkwind. He is an Air Genasi rogue who is new to the city of our setting. He's on assignment from his guild, searching for a contact. He spent time scouring the city's taverns for signs of that contact and keeping a close eye on the guards and their patterns and behaviors.
Oh, heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Anansi.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm playing Anansi. She is a goblin rogue. She grew up in a smuggler's guild. She arrived in Arlecha a few weeks ago to gather information of an upcoming drop.
Heck yeah. Amazing. Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Walk.
Hi, I'm Nix. I play Wark. He is a goblin spores druid who has lived in Arlecha all his life. He runs a herbalism shop and he's definitely not experimenting with magic or glowing mushrooms in the basement. Nothing like that.
Wouldn't expect anything else. Next up on our introductions, let's learn about Scrungle.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Scrangle. She's a goblin barbarian who had a divine connection to the goddess of blight and beauty until an unfortunate incident almost resulted in her death. Though, through her hearty constitution and sheer spite, Scrangle recovered stronger than ever and with the ability to shift to a more bestial form during combat.
Lovely, lovely. And then last but not least, let's learn about Zanilla.
Hi, I'm Radiant. I play Zanilla or Zin. She is a grave cleric goblin who grew up in Alecha as an orphan. When she came of age, she joined the church as an acolyte for the god Desirian.
Desirian, yes, correct.
Thank God! I should kind of know how to pronounce that. But she works as a healer who loves to garden.
Lovely. Well then. With that, you know what? I believe that is all we need to cover before we begin our tale. So, let us start. This tale begins in the misty city of Arlecha, a bastion of trade and home of the merchant princes. Situated in the cool northeastern highlands over 3,000 miles northeast of Cindervale. Arlecha is a sanctuary for fortune seekers, those who pursue wealth and success through trade and ambition. As the afternoon rays of auburn sunset grace the horizon, the city of Arlecha lies cradled within a vast pine valley, nestled amid snow-capped mountains and lush timberland. The late autumn frost shimmers on rooftops, cobbled streets. The bustling people meander, bundled for warmth in the encroaching winter. At the city's heart, in the court of the Baron, stands the prince's throne. An imposing palace that serves as the seat of power for the merchants' conglomerate that rules. Yet it is overshadowed by the awe-inspiring Grand Cathedral of the Divines, a towering monument to the gods of order and chaos, decorated with stone figures of storm archons, to whom the folk pray for protection from the encroaching winter weather. The cathedral's tall spires reach for the heavens, casting long shadows that touch the many diverse neighborhoods, from the opulent quarters of the elite to the bustling markets of the common folk. In the Northern House of Coins, the center of administrative activities, guilds of mercenaries, laborers, and money changers gather and compete for contracts, work orders, lucrative adventuring jobs. Many would-be heroes don varied garb, each adorned with the emblem of their chosen guild, while the crisp air echoes with the clanging of armor and coin and the lively chatter that accompanies both. And
Icewood Dale has become trapped in perpetual
not what I
winter.
need. I want that
Ferocious
one.
winds
There we go. Beyond the city walls sprawl the vast woodlands, a dark emerald sea of pine and spruce, where lumberjacks venture forth to harvest the timber that fuels the city's industry. The scent of pine mingles with the evening mist that rises over the docks on the eastern ocean bay, evoking a sense of harmony between nature's bounty and the people's hard work. Beneath this veneer of life and commerce, however, an eerie quiet settles within the city as the sun's glow dims into late afternoon. A distant bell tolls. It is an omen from the cathedral, signaling traders and merchants to be wary of ominous portent from the shrine of Manon. Long have the bells of the storm goddess's shrine alerted the people to the mysterious impending misfortune. And while skeptics often suggest the practice serves merely to encourage tithing, in this case, perhaps, there is merit to the warning. Beneath the city streets, within an ancient tomb, dark malefactors pursue powers beyond their control. And as they toil at forbidden magics, their brash reaching has unleashed a deathly menace, the likes of which have never crossed the veils into the land of living. Hearing this echoing clang through the city our adventurous heroes begin their story, navigating their way through the Western Commons, an enclosure of the city surrounded by the high, rocky steps on the west end of the city and the stone walls of the House of Coins. Despite the dolorous warning, they are woefully unaware of just how great a calamity lurks beneath the cobblestones, the streets under their feet. Each with their own unique dreams and ambitions, and soon to be intertwined with the fate of Arlecha. They gather serendipitously at a popular tavern, the Reston Resin House, perhaps for a late lunch or an early dinner, pursuing endeavors soon to be upended in a catastrophic fashion. For unbeknownst to them, malevolent disaster has already begun seeping upwards from the darkness below, threatening to consume the entire city. And as this night unfolds, well, we'll see what is thrust upon these unsuspecting adventurers in this harrowing tale of survival, loyalty, and discovery. that may lead to the fall or survival of your city home. So let us begin with your daily lives in Arlecha. You have, one by one, arrived at the Rest in Resin house. It is again a favored tavern. So, why don't we get a brief insight of how you found yourself here after the ringing of the bells? What does that look like on your arrival? And why don't we begin... Well, we started with Callus for introduction, so why don't we start at the back and begin with Sanilla?
Oh, that is me. I spent the day at working at the healing house at the church. Doing like taking care of minor things like somebody has a fever, somebody's not feeling well, feeling nauseous, those minor type of things. And then spent my lunch break out at the garden because I love, spending time at the garden, growing some medicinal herbs, but also some flowers because, it cheers people up. So when I came to the tavern, and she comes here pretty often to meet her friend Sprungle. Um, and we kind of, chat about the day and whatever gossip that's going around. So little things like that.
Okay. Scrungle, what was your day like, or your arrival to the Rest in Resin looking like?
Uncle's just been around guarding anything for anyone that would give her a coin, so when she heard the bells, something's almost killed her before, but weren't able to get to her, so whatever thing that the bells are alarming, she's not too bothered about. So she hears the bells, continues guarding. It's a normal day. Nothing really happens here, so she's just standing for hours and hours till she can finally leave and head to the tavern to meet her friends. Because a lot of the time she tries to get guarding jobs where her friends have been nearby, but it's not always what happens. So it's nice to go at the tavern at the end of the day and see them all.
Walk.
So Walker's probably spent the day in his shop training his nephew Maka, who is just the worst apprentice, like just god awful. And there are some kind of deliveries to do. So when the bell went, rather than sending the awful apprentice out, Wack thought he'd just do them himself, and he knew that there was some in the tavern, so he thought he could probably have a swift drink after dropping them off. So when the bells went, he thought, oh, I'll go to the tavern first, because then if, we have to lock down, oh no, what a terrible place to be.
A lovely thought process, and one that I probably share myself.
Yeah, me too. Go to the Winchester till it all blows over.
I was just talking about that the other day. So, Anansi, what does your arrival look like?
Most of the day has been spent, most of her days here have been spent. She's following leads, asking a lot of questions of a lot of different people. And once the sun starts to go down, she makes her way back to the tavern to find the same dark corner where her guardian and partner for this job is Kion, to fill him in on everything she found out or what she didn't.
So probably a little bit earlier than your normal because of the bells, but same routine. And Callus, how do you find yourself at the tavern when the bells toll? Were you already here?
No, well, if not near, then very close. Callus has spent the day like he's spent the last fortnight. bouncing between tavern and tavern and drumming up more merriment than he's participating in himself. His eyes always darting around on the lookout for something. When asked, gives a very generalized response that he's in town on unspecified business. So when the bells rung, he was probably very close to the tavern, already on his way.
As you each arrive, finding yourselves a place, whether it is at a table with friends or at the bar, it is filled. The Rest and Resin is a popular tavern on its own, but with the bells ringing, it is a place to be. Brzeni, a half-elven bard, prominent, the headliner of the tavern, is going on break as you all arrive. He proclaims that he'll be back in an hour. Though he will send a wink over in Scrungle's direction, as you've been here a few times, and he recognizes your face. And a wave to the rest of you. Looking around, there are people that some of you recognize. We're spending so much time in here. Actually, all of you would recognize. You've spent enough time here. Trelif the Tall, the owner, manager here, half treant behind the bar. He's overseeing everything as he normally does. There are Vraga and Drega, the jovial, talkative orc siblings who work the tavern. They're the ones that bring you your meals or drinks if you are not seated at the bar. And as you look around, some of the other faces in the crowds, Wolfrid Iron Tusk, he is a rugged halfling mercenary, and is drowning his sorrows, sinking into a deep depression. Walk, you've been here long enough that you would know of his tale. Scrungle, you are in a similar circle and would know as well. He was a well-respected member of the Frostbound Sentinels, a prominent guild serving as a guard force of Arlectra, but he was expelled for skipping shifts and arriving drunk. And it seems that has worsened his state. You see that there's another group that has kind of taken over one of the tables. It is Luthi and her friends. Luthi is a very sort of prissy elven noble's daughter, and she is with Galindren, who is her suitor, and as well as Selin, a human male, much like Galindren, Regna, who is a female dwarf, and Lil, a female satyr, all kind of teetering together, talking, looking down their noses to others. As well as that, you also would see Dufrin, who is a gnome, quirky. Walk, you are very familiar with Dufrin, as he is the nephew of Windy Bumblebloom, the proprietor of the gardening shop next to your store. There is Zanilla. One of the figures you're familiar with here is Ajira, who is a acolyte from the church. She's not of Desirian, but you've seen her around close enough, and your duties often overlie. And then all of you, having been here before a few times, enough to be well acquainted, would notice that Lobin Dibinius is here. An old, gnomish busybody, regular drunkard, and a rumor monger. So, where do you find yourselves at amongst the very busy tavern? I know that Anansi is probably in a darkened corner, but there are plenty of figures and conversations and drinks to be had should you wish to allow this a bit of time to blow over. Whatever this call is from the spiders on high.
I'm probably going to be sat at the bar. I've come to deliver some stuff to the bar, sort of some just generic potions and herbs, nothing particularly amazing, but you know the sort of thing that a tavern would want because adventurers might want to buy. So I'm going to sit at the bar and chat to the orc siblings as they're serving, and get a pint.
Trelif will serve you since you're at the bar. He's able to firstly accept the deliveries and make the payments, and I'll get you your pint. Oh, give me a moment. And you can hear the sort of creak of the barky skin. Again, he is the son of a dryad, is what the rumors say. So again, the skin is very dark, has the appearance of tree bark, very stern green eyes, but otherwise very humanoid existence.
No problem. How are you?
I'm good this day. Busy as always. Oh, it seems that you've got a friend here. And he'll nod off to where Zanilla is waving.
What? Hi.
All right, Zanilla.
Well, it's good. You should join us.
Sure. Let me grab me pint and I'll be right over.
Okay.
And then, as Trelif will return after putting the things away, he'll place the pint down for you, and you're able to go and join Zanilla, and whoever's at Zanilla's table.
All right,
Yes, Grumbles?
Zanilla.
Hi. How's your
Oh.
day?
You're not too bad. Marcus drew me head in again. But, you know,
Oh.
same old, same old. Pretty busy at the shop. Haven't
Oh,
seen you
that's
in a couple
good.
of days. How you been?
No. You know, just doing my normal things.
Who's this here? This friend of yours with the fetching hat.
Oh, yeah, you know Scrungles. You don't... Did Scrungle... Wax Scrungle? You've met. I've brought her into the shop a few times.
Of course. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my mind. Been quite busy. All right, Scrungle.
Hi, right, nice to meet you. Well, not meet you. You probably get a lot of customers. I'm not going to be upset if you don't recognise me. It's great to see you again. How you been?
Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Things are nicely moving along. What do you reckon those bells are about then?
I don't know, but it's... I mean, do you think they're serious? There's something really bad happening? Or do you think it's just one of those things that, you know, the church people do to kind of, I guess, control the mob? I don't know. Although I really shouldn't say because I am part of the church, but, you know.
Well,
never
I was
know.
going to say, if anyone knows about church people, it'd be you.
Oh no, I'm a lonely acolyte out in the healing house. I don't know anything about church goings and politics or anything like that.
I reckon it's one of those things that only deals with those fancy people. It's a big
Probably.
deal for us.
Yeah, probably. But you know, I feel like my god is telling me to do an insight check on the church bells.
No, I was waiting for an insight check against you because you're like, I'm just an only acolyte. I don't know anything about the church, and I was like waiting for someone to go insight check. But
I'll insight check for the shits and giggles.
yeah, go for it.
-1. That was a 5.
21.
Zanilla may be just a lowly acolyte, but there's probably more that Zanilla knows, even if she doesn't know fully about it. Just things that'll probably come as she spends more time. It's like getting the training and you're like, why do I do this? And then you come up to a manager and it's like, oh, that's why I did it. So, well...
So, Scrungle,
Hmm?
have you any interesting stories you want to tell?
Main interest in stories. I've been standing around all day. I have been for weeks. Nothing happens here.
Yeah, but
So
that's good,
nice.
right? I don't want you to get hurt again.
It wasn't Gordon that got me hurt, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Bunch of goody two-shoes here. Got nothing to punch. That's what I miss back home. Just not something I thought I'd say.
I'm going to shift a little bit here. Anansi,
Mm-hmm.
you can overhear a lot of the conversations that are happening in the tavern. And again, you recognize a handful of these faces. Maybe not by name, but you've seen them here. What are you doing? What would you like to do?
I'm listening actively, definitely moving from conversation to conversation. But not really. It's more observing. Anansi's an observer.
Okay. You sit and observe, and you would catch the conversation that's happening between the three goblins at the one table about church bells and politics and wanting to punch something.
Mm. Seeing as they're goblins, and having watched them for a few moments, I think Anansi would feel comfortable enough to move over and fold herself into whatever this is.
Hi! Come join us!
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I've seen you around, although I don't think we have ever, officially met. My name is Zen.
Anansi.
I'm Wark. Would you like a drink?
Oh, I probably shouldn't, but thank you.
Even if you're not drinking.
I feel like that's my business.
Oh, I didn't mean to push. Just a
No,
simple
no,
face
it's
value question.
it's totally fine. It's just I don't drink.
Fair enough. Nice to meet you. I'm Scrungle. Forgot to introduce myself.
Scrungle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Wark.
Zanilla.
Yes, Vanilla.
Got
Or
it.
Zen.
Got
Whichever
it.
is easier for you to say.
Okay, cool. Got it. So I couldn't help but overhear you guys talking about the bells.
Mm.
Yeah. Bells.
So that's not normal.
Roll for me history or... No, roll for me history checks.
All of us.
Yeah, anyone who would like to.
Hell yeah.
Ah!
Oh, damn. Look at
These-
Scrungle.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Nice one. I
All of
love
you,
Squiggle.
all of you have been in Arlecchia long enough to know that this isn't the first time that bells have rung. Um, those of you that have been here longer know that this is typically a sort of warning sign. The bells are, again, a portent of some omen, something bad, whether it is a storm on the horizon or another bit of news that the callers haven't come through yet. So it's not commonplace, but it's not new either. But Anansi, since you are not familiar here, you might not know exactly what the bells mean, but you have heard them before.
Mm. So what exactly do the bells mean?
It's kind of a warning bell, right? If there's a storm coming, or if any of like the upper church people, like if they get a inkling of something like that's bad, in the air, say, then they
Oh,
kind of ring the bell to kind of as a warning.
got it. Okay. So should we
You
be
know,
worried?
No.
yes or no. I mean, we should take it like kind of like seriously, but like not seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you just kind of like stay inside, wait for someone to tell you what to do. It's usually fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Totally.
And hey, they're a
Oh.
worse place to be stuck than having, eh?
So I've been
Very
told.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
They do
Callus.
quite. Oh no, go on.
Callus, you've been overhearing conversations as well. You're very keen in paying attention as you're waiting for someone. As you overhear the figures at the table, do you do anything?
Yeah, so he's kind of been working the room a bit, saying hello to the faces he knows, and trying to strike up conversations with ones that he doesn't. Kind of spinning through the crowd, definitely not paying too much heed to the bells, akin to a Midwesterner during a tornado watching it go by from their front lawn. It's just something to watch, or maybe nothing. He'll do a little spin through a crowd. He'll slide his half mug over to where Wilfred Irontusk is sitting, knocking his out of the way and replacing it with a full one. Doesn't even give him a look.
Okay.
And he'll see Walk sitting with some friends, some names he recognizes, some faces he definitely recognizes, and some interesting conversation. He'll make his way over. Hello, Walk. Have you found any of the items I might have been looking for?
Uh, yeah, a couple of them. Last one on your list is a little rare, I think. But I've got some ideas where I might be able to get it, but it's gonna take me a week or so.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. And some
Yeah.
others here that I
Hi,
recognize. Hello?
hi. My name is Anne. Come sit down with us.
Hello, Zan. Sure. I'll make a space for myself.
Zan's an
So you,
acolyte at the temple. She's real keen about herbs. A bit like you.
Oh, fascinating.
oh, you are a customer of Walk too? That is so great.
Potential. If I can find the right things that I'm looking for.
Oh, well, if it exists, then Walk is the person you gotta go see.
Well, good. I'm glad I've gone to the right place.
I've seen you before
Ah, yeah.
around.
I've seen you as well.
Anansi.
Callus.
It's a pleasure.
Quite. And you, and he'll point at Scrungle. You I've definitely seen around. And then he'll give a descriptive explanation of Scrungle's last 3 work days and where they would have been stationed throughout the city. Am I on to something?
What's the PvP rules in traditional campaigns?
They're a little bit more lax.
Scrungle just sort of reaches for a dagger and doesn't really make it. She doesn't try to hide it and just keeps staring and waiting for an explanation of why you know that.
It's the hat. You stand out.
Insight check.
Insight check.
My -1.
5 plus 5.
That fucking 20.
Amazing.
The hat certainly is a factor, but I just like to keep my eye on the flow of things around here.
What would the 19 insight check get Scrungle from looking at Callus?
He's not trying to necessarily hide on what he's keeping an eye on, and it seems that what the guards are doing is of interest to him.
Right. Well, if you don't mean any harm, I'm sure you and I can be friendly.
Of course.
Next time you meet someone, maybe don't start the introduction by naming the day-to-day business.
Oh. I'm just very observant.
Right.
I mean, this is a lot coming from me, but that's a bit creepy. Anyway,
I kind of lean over to Scrungle and whisper, "Do you think he likes you?"
I mean, I'm really good looking, but we haven't talked before. I think my personality would ruin it.
Yeah, but he's been watching you for 3 days, and he likes your hat. I mean,
Who
oh my
doesn't?
gosh. Well, that's true, but still interesting.
I don't think it's about liking. I think he's up to something. Sorry to find out
Oh,
what. Most interesting thing that's happened in this bloody town.
right. That's different kind of interesting, but okay, I'll keep an eye out too, but for different reasons.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry, but Wack, you said you were looking for something rare.
yeah, I am.
You've been putting feelers out.
A little bit. A little bit. I've got a delivery coming in, but I which hopefully can help me find this rare thing. It's a. I don't know if you've noticed about this town. Scrungle says it's very quiet, but sometimes it benefits people to keep some of their personal business to themselves. It's not that I don't trust you; it's that I don't trust this town.
No, I've heard.
It's at this point that the door opens again, and you would all see a face that's fairly recognizable. This is Delana. He's another merchant, as most everyone here in Arlecha is. Gnomish. And as he enters in, goes over, kind of looks about. He arrives at the bar, shares a very brief word with Trelith, gets a pint, and as he settles down, he's not terribly far from your table. Callus, can you roll for me a perception check?
Certainly. 19.
It's what you've been waiting for. The signal.
If you all excuse me for a moment.
Um,
Sure.
No.
sure.
I'm gonna follow him.
As Callus, you stand up and are making your way over. The door that had just begun closing is slammed open this time. And Scrungle definitely recognizes the three figures that are coming in. They are Timber Knights, new recruits, and you see, but all of you having their visuals, but Scrungle, you know their names: Tully, Brigid, and the Adrig. Tully stands at the front, this hefty human. Brigid, a halfling, and Adrig is a tall, burly Goliath, though Scrungle, you know that Adrig has capabilities of the arcane. Not the most prolific or advertised capabilities here in Arlecha. But as they enter in, they are loud and seem to be demanding deference and respect as they enter into this space, causing a bit of a ruckus. Anyone who would like to roll for me a perception or a history check. Scrungle, of course, already has the information because of... But...
Oh,
Janilla, you know this between Scrungle's explanations. Callus, you know this because you've been watching, and Anasi, you're observant. These are only recruits. There's no authority of the city guard or contract with the guild that these figures could be toting. They're just posing, showboating, and trying to earn something from that.
oh, these guys again. You know, one of them has come to see me.
Oh,
Really?
For healing, I would hope.
Yes, at a place that you really, private place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the sort of thing you need ratweed for.
Yes,
Oh.
and a few other things. And let
I
me
don't
tell
get
you,
it.
I whispered to Strungles, had some rash at and I point down to the private parts. Yeah, and it was all red
Oh,
and scabby, and it was gross.
that's hilarious.
I'm gonna take a big drink of my pint.
Yeah. Usually done.
I feel like that's pretty. Should you really be telling people about that?
Well, I didn't say who.
I
I said
guess
just
you're
one of
right.
them.
I guess you're right.
As they are here, Loban, the rumor monger, seems to find his way over to the table. He's stumbling a bit, drunkard, but you've seen him moving from table to table before. And he looks over towards where the figures are, and I've heard that there's a riot. It's happening down in the slums. Where all them people's been getting sick.
A riot?
Yes. Wondering why you've got guards coming up here and they should be going down there.
Where'd you hear that?
Just around, Of course, lots of people just saying that it's the seasonal sickness, the cold bringing it in.
Oh, I haven't heard anything. That's weird.
Doesn't
I
seem
think that
much different to every other year to me.
You hear one of the figures from the table that Loban just came from. It's a punishment from the gods.
right.
Why are they getting punished?
Misbehavior. Haven't you heard?
No.
Well, then you must be one of the ones that are paying attention to all the writings and the literatures. They've been letting in those figures that warp the veils. And now we all get to pay. Starting with the ones that are down there. Can't pay for no fancy healing houses. Or doctors. Rubbish, all of them at the top.
Oh, I mean, if they're suffering, I should probably go down there and help them.
I think we should go down, yeah.
Well, you're still in the bells time. No one's come to...
Yeah, I don't think it's a good, like, yeah, we could, but also, like, if there is a big storm coming, we don't want to get caught out in it.
At some point, you would realize that Brzeni has come back and started playing a few songs, and it seems to calm most of the tavern down. Callus, your partner at the table has been reluctant to bring up conversation with the rowdy figures so close by, who, despite Brzeni's few songs, seem to get more irked, more irritated, to the point where Brzeni, not even after a full set, gets up. Says that he'll be going out for a smoke. And I would
But
like
that's not for you.
I would like everyone to roll for me an insight or a medicine check, please.
-1 or -1?
Same.
So I would say that this will be for everyone except for Strungle. The trio that have been here and causing a bit of a ruckus seem to be inebriated in some sort of fashion and are looking for trouble. Maybe even a fight.
I look over at Scrungle. I look over at them. Scrungle,
Yeah?
you've been complaining about the fact that there's nothing to do here.
Yeah, it's boring.
Right. Those three? And I kind of look over at them.
It's hard not to. They're causing some
I would
ruckus.
Yeah, being asses, right?
say at this point, when you look over them, they're at a table with other guards. There are more recruits, but not really of any sort of prevalence. So there's like a total of 6 of them now that are kind of being a nuisance.
I mean, obviously not now. But if they keep on drinking and gets worse and worse, may need to get them in line. But not with the other guards around, because, that's a lot of people.
Get them in line.
It's at this point that Holly, the one in the front, looks over and, hey, you! Shroom Top! You just gonna stand there staring, or you got some problem?
You got a problem with me, mate? I'll bash your head in!
Well, I'd like to see you try.
I'm gonna rage.
I'm gonna ask for initiatives rolls here, everybody.
Oh man.
I believe I do have a bar fight in the CD Tavern.
Just like everyone to know, I live in a and my brother most definitely heard me yell, "I'll bash your head" in an Australian accent.
I love it.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm trying really hard not to yell stuff.
Oh, gosh dang it. Sirenscape, just as I was about to start playing it. Ah, I'm probably gonna have to update the software. That's probably what it needs.
I can just beatbox some music.
No, it's fine. We got this.
There's gonna be a fight tonight in the tavern. Who needs Sirenscape?
Right?
Rising up, back in the tavern.
Love it.
Alright, so.
I want a line there.
I'll workshop that for next week.
Alright, see.
Next session.
It'll be Callus first. And then Anansi are rowdy figures. Scrungle, Walk, and then Zanilla. And as this happens, Callus, you hear the commotion with the figures that you were sharing a drink with earlier, now being called out, and you can see Scrungle, Scrungle going in for the fight. What would you like to do?
And this Delana gnomish figure that I had been trying to speak with, but seeing them clearly unwilling to do so with their rowdiness, I'll just kind of say, I'll help usher these folks out, and also seeing Scrungle about to get mixed up and maybe an opportunity to soften the previous conversation, I'll run up and I'll punch the closest one in the face.
Okay. So that'll be Tully, who's in the front. Oh!
That one.
So as you go to rush and strike Tully, it's a miss, and he's going to use his reaction to take that momentum, and he's going to make an attack against you.
Awesome.
And he's also going to go for a punch. This is going to be like straight to the gut with a 13 to hit.
Just misses.
So definitely there's a bar fight breaking out here. Anansi.
Mm-hmm.
It would be your turn, unless there's anything else from Callus.
That'll be it. Thank you.
Callus. So Anansi, what are you doing?
We're gonna kind of skirt around a little bit. We'll throw a dagger at one of the other ones. I feel like I should let Scrungle handle Tully.
All right. So you've got there's a halfling and a Goliath that were part of the original trio, and then 3 other figures that they seem to have made friends with here.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll Oh no, I should really just kind of read this stuff. Okay, yeah, I'll run into the Goliath and we'll give him a few stabs right
Okay.
around the ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Oh no.
Bonus action. It's a 13.
A 13. A 13 will hit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's 5 piercing. We're gonna get all of this figured out. I know it.
Alrighty.
A lot of things to just keep track of.
So, anything else from Anansi?
No, that's it.
As the Goliath looks down at you and the others are preparing to fight, this is where we take our first ad break. So stick around with us. We will be right back to continue our story. Before we head out, I do just want to ask you guys to stick around for our ads. Ads are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable here with Wildewitch RP. You can turn down the volume, but please don't mute them or leave us. And well, you can always also make direct donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that on screen. Ko-fi donations not only help support us here at Wildewitch RP, they also unlock awesome perks for our entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, even new quests. So stick around with us. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back in action, and we are picking up in the middle of a fight, as you are, a bar fight has broken out here. Callus, you have, tried to punch Tully, this human, and he is going to, go for another strike against you, and this time it will be a... Oh, that is not... That's too many dice that I rolled there. A 10 will miss, so you're fine. And then we have, near, Anansi, the Goliath, Adrig, pulls a wand and is going to take a strike at you. With a 14 to hit.
Yeah, it just meets.
Okay. So that will be then 15 points of psychic damage.
15?
15 points
We're
of psychic.
level 3!
And this is a sizable challenge for a level 3 character of 5 characters. So I mean, just imagine if he got to do this multiple times. Brigade is going to move in to a flank behind Callus and take out her dagger, and will go for a attack right at your knee, trying to get you to fall down. With a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. That'll be 5 points of piercing damage, but because she had advantage, she can add 13 more to that.
Callus is unconscious.
That was just a really good roll.
I disagree.
But you hear the other three sort of cheer on these figures for starting to take down Callus. Scrungle, you've raged, and you see that apparently these figures mean business, or perhaps are too drunken to care for the damage they're doing.
Right, so I've already raged, right? Before combat?
Yes, you've already raged.
Cool. I'm gonna head over to the one on... Who's on Callus at the moment?
Both Tully and Brigid. Brigid was the one that took him down.
I'll head over to Brigid, and because of the rage, Grungle's hands extend out to these like claws with a black light or fingertips that sort of extends throughout her arms, and she's gonna take a slash and claw at.
Yeah.
Go reckless. Like 24 to hit.
Oh, most definitely.
for 11 points of slashing damage.
She hisses in pain as she turns to look at you.
Because I have the claws, I get an extra attack per action, so I'm going to claw again.
Go for it.
Which was reckless, actually, so I get the advantage. I'll take the 22.
22 hits.
Great. 7 points of slashing damage.
18 points has her looking really rough here. Does not seem that she is a hardy figure.
That's my turn done.
All right. Walk. It is your go.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. He's gonna touch his quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh and go for the one that went for Anansi.
Okay.
Can I get a flank of them? Or is there one near them?
Yes.
Oh. 21.
That'll hit.
For 6 damage.
Okay. He too takes a bit of a beating here. But he's still standing. But he does look worse off. Anything else from Walk?
Nope.
Zanilla.
Oh, I just met him, but still, I run over and I go ahead and touch him on the shoulder and goes, "Wake up!" And then go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
That is not a bad healing. 14 points of healing. And I turn to the mean guys and go, "You meanie!" End the turn.
Alice. You are up with 14, though prone on the ground. Zanilla is above you, calling your assailants meanies. What are you doing?
He'll kind of cough his way to consciousness and wipe some blood off his face. Thank you, Zanilla. And I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna attack the one that Scrungle is behind. Would it be in a flank position?
Yeah, you can get to a flank with Scrungle on Briggy.
Cool. He's gonna pull out a dagger from behind the small of his back with his left hand. So he's gonna punch first, and then he'll use the dagger as the bonus to weapon fighting.
Okay. Well, you need 2 weapon fighting requires 2 light-handed weapons.
Oh yeah, okay. He'll draw his dirk, short sword.
Okay.
And he'll use that.
Alright.
But I only rolled.
Okay.
I'll keep the roll. It'd be a 13.
Keeping the roll for 13 gets a hit. No, not a hit. Not on Brigade, sorry.
Okay. Then I will roll the dagger attack. That one's a 17.
17's a hit, though.
Then I get to roll sneak attack, because I had advantage, right?
That is correct.
For 7 more.
Yeah, she is looking real bad here, hanging on by a thread. And anything else from Callus?
That's it.
Anansi.
We're gonna give this guy another stab.
Yeah,
At
you
the
are
ankle.
in a flank, so.
Oh, good. Well then let's do that. It's a 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 hits.
That's 6, and we're gonna add, because of advantage, another 5 from sneak attack.
He's looking pretty bad here.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action. We'll give Zan the help action.
Okay. So, Zan gets the help action from Anansi. Our figures, Tully is going to
Is Tully the human?
Tully is the human, yeah.
Okay, so he's started his turn within 10 feet of me. So I'd like to use my reaction to make him make a con save as I release a halo of spore.
Sure. I knew it wouldn't have worked. I'll look into that problem later. Alright, Tully fails that con save.
So
Wait.
he takes 2 necrotic damage.
Okay. He turns his attention to you for a moment, walking. Just wait your turn, old man. And he's gonna go over to where Scrungle is and goes to grab hold of Scrungle.
If he's going to Scrungle, is he not gonna get an attack of opportunity if he's next to us?
You're on Adric, who's the Goliath. That's who Anansi was on. But they're all kind of grouped together.
Oh, right, okay, fine.
So, and you've already used the reaction.
Yeah, I have.
So, but he's gonna go over to Scrungle and try and grab hold, and he's gonna make a grapple attempt on Scrungle. So, if Scrungle could roll for me athletics or acrobatics here.
That's bad. It's 11.
Okay. He does get a hold of you with a 16, and so he grabs just the front of your guard's uniform and draws you forward. You know, you could have avoided all of this if you just bought a drink or something to bide us over. But nah.
Just spit in his face.
He says, don't let him up, over to Brigid and Edric, who are going to continue forward. Edric turning the wand towards, now towards, you walk, with a natural 1, so you're fine.
Yes.
And then Brigid is going to, stab backwards, quick flipping the dagger to try and grab where Scrungle came forward. But a 10 I'm pretty sure misses. Oh, you went reckless though.
I did go, yeah.
That'll turn that to a 14.
Just misses.
All right, then you're fine. And it is Scrungle, your turn. You have Tully holding you in a grapple right now.
Right, I'm gonna take 2 claw attacks at him.
Go for it.
That's 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Right. That's 12 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
And then a 19
19 will hit.
for 9 points of slashing damage.
You just scratched me!
I'll add a Fury of the Small, make that 11, so an extra 2 damage.
Well, you're definitely gonna get what's coming to you, Shroomtop.
Oh! Damn.
Anything else from Scrungle?
No, that's my turn done.
Walk, it's your go.
I think that might be racism. Okay. I will poison spray at the one in the Goliath in front of me.
Okay.
Con save.
Let's get that. All right. Con save. That's a failure.
And so they take 9 poison damage.
All right. So, 9 poison damage. Just gonna ask this. Are you trying to keep this non-lethal and just kind of subdue them?
Yeah.
All right. Then our Goliath falls heavy into this sort of sick and intoxicated slumber, a little bruised, and definitely perhaps going to wake up with a headache. That perhaps Walk, you might be able to help him for a price. Anything else
Oh.
from Walk?
As a, oh, I suppose I'm not in what's the word?
Melee?
Yeah, melee with anyone, am I?
No, it was just Adrig that you were in melee with, but he is now out of the fight.
So I don't need to disengage. As a bonus action, I'll yell. If my delivery were here, it'd definitely be wriggle time.
Oh, I love it. Zanilla, it's your turn.
What's in front of me that I can hit?
You have both Tully and Brigid nearby.
Okay. Am I in? Can I be in flank with any of them? Or I have the help action from Nancy. I take out my mace. And I go, say hello to Gwen, and I go and slam down on their foot.
Okay. Do you go for a particular one or just either of the two?
One that's just saying, which one looks the worst?
They both
Worst.
look pretty bad at this point, so
Yeah. But I'm assuming 11 doesn't hit.
unfortunately, did you roll that with advantage?
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll take the 11.
Unfortunately, the 11 misses.
Okay. I go, gosh darn it. End the turn.
Then Callus, we come to your turn.
Okay, I'll attack the same guy that I attacked before.
Brigid,
Yes.
go for it.
Is Scrungle still in a flank?
I'm going to say not at this point because Scrungle's been like moved to face towards Tully, who has Scrungle grappled.
Cool. That's a miss.
Unfortunately, so.
2-weapon fighting is a 23.
23 hits, however.
That's a big 1 damage.
Okay. Callus, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Are you trying to keep this non-lethal or?
I will do non-lethal,
Okay.
even though they drew weapons first.
Brigid goes down. Well, you threw the first punch, so
Yeah, I didn't stab in the back though.
fair. So Brigid goes down as well, a bit bleeding, but not. You're well aware of what is a bleed out to death sort of bleed and what's just the body starting to the heal process. Brigid will be fine. Anything else, Callus?
That's it.
All right. Anansi, it is your turn. The only figure that is left in this fight is Tully, who has hands on Scrungle holding in place.
Okay. Cool. We're gonna do like a little drive-by situation.
Okay.
We're gonna run up, kind of slide on the knees and slice at the ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Or try to anyway. It's an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
And that's 5 piercing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna keep on sliding in bonus action disengage.
Cool.
Kind of
So-
get out of there.
What happens here is that Tully will fall to a knee here, and is then so he lets go of you, Scrungle, but before he can turn to either pursue Anansi or continue the fight against you, Scrungle, there's a shout of horror and shock and someone asking for aid elsewhere. We are going to say initiative ends here as you all turn. As coming through one of the doors, you see that there's a group here carrying a bleeding figure. They're all covered in blood, bringing this figure inside the tavern here.
Oh. I go, gosh darn it. I go and put away Gwen and then I rush over.
The other 3 And then Tully are going to pick up Brigade and Adrig and are going to move. Since they were part of the fight here, they don't want to be blamed for whatever happened with this bleeding figure. And so they're going to leave the scene while anyone else who would like to go investigate this figure is. But he won't stop. But as he's leaving, he'll look at you, Scrungle, saying, "The end, Shroomtop."
Well, far away then. Bye.
I'm going to follow Zanilla, more to protect her than to help anything else. Like, I'll assist her, but I don't want anyone to attack her.
Well, anyone who'd be heading over, let's first roll perceptions to see if you recognize who this figure is. You all recognize this figure. Though he's more disheveled than you've ever seen him, you are looking at Preseni, the bard. And he is bleeding severely from a wound upon his neck.
Oh,
Anyone who would
may I?
like to roll to try and figure out what's going on, medicine or investigation.
That's an ad 20.
Hell yeah.
It's a dirty 20.
Sanilla, you are just trying to do your best here, working more on instinct rather than anything. Scrungle, you are coming down from that bestial fight mode and your eyes are just sort of stuck to the scene. Anansi, this is so unlike anything that you've seen from Preseni or even in this city. You're almost in a shock, but Callus, walk. Preseni was viciously bit by something on the throat and his shoulders. It is a large wound, and you don't know how long he's been bleeding, but nothing short of miraculous magic will likely help him at this state.
Oh no, he's bleeding. I need to. Can I? I go ahead and go ahead.
It looks like some kind of maybe animal bite. Have you got anything to do with that, Zanilla?
Gosh, let me see if I can close the wound first and try to stop this bleeding. I cast Cure Wounds at first level.
It's gonna take something mighty strong, I'm afraid. It
Uh-oh.
looks bad.
4 points of healing. Anything?
As you try to heal, there is... For a moment, the body seems to accept it, but all it seems to do is slow the pulse of the bleeding, not any of the reforming of the wound, the muscles, or the flesh. It seems that it took the healing, but that this wound is too great for what you're able to.
Oh no. I don't. This is beyond my skills.
Do you think we should get him to the temple?
Yeah,
And
I think
then
so too.
you hear the last gasping breath of Preseni.
Oh no. Preseni, I try to shake him. Come on, stay with us. Come on.
I would like to start casting Gentle Repose.
As you start to cast that, Walk, can you roll for me an Arcana check? There's something strange here that you would notice. A 19. Very good. There is something that catches your eye here. It could be the result of perhaps a poison or something. You've seen where it has darkened the flesh and the veins before. But this is strange. uncommon. You've never seen anything like this. There's some sort of dark, malignant energy that sifts through his body. And this dark magic exasperated his wound, transformed it from nearly fatal to deadly.
There's something not right about this, not right at all.
What do you mean?
This isn't an animal bite. This is. There's dark magic here.
Magic? Oh no.
I mean, magic is frowned upon here. I don't know much about magic.
Perhaps then I'll put him in the back, away from everyone, lest it spreads until the priests can come.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Come on,
I
guys.
agree.
Let's carry him over.
No worries, I'll take the risk. Wood is sturdy. Trelif will cover Brazani with a sheet and carry him to the back room.
Turn to the people who brought him in. What happened?
We just found him. He was talking about the rest in resin, and we all know him here. Thought that perhaps there might be someone here to help, but I didn't say nothing.
And these guys are covered in blood?
Yeah, the ones that were carrying him.
Are you guys okay?
Yes, this is all Roseni's.
Okay.
When Trelif returns from the back room, he turns to one of the orc twin siblings, Drega. Go fetch the priests and the real guards. We need to investigate what's happened.
And I turn to my companions. You guys all okay? Scrungle? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Scrungle, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good,
I
good.
didn't really get much for beating.
I am,
Everyone else
thanks to you.
alright?
No problem. I mean, little wounds I can handle. But boy, that's Anansi, how are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I've never seen anything like that though.
No. Are you sure you're okay? You look like you have a headache.
I mean, I'm hurt, but I'm fine.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, let me just do this. I go over and put my hand on your forehead and then cast Cure Wounds at the first level. That's 8 points of healing.
Thank you.
Trelif will move from outside the bar area, which you don't normally see him do. He sticks to his own areas, and he takes up the stage portion. And we've witnessed something horrible. Anyone who would like to participate, gather round as we take a moment to pray to Maynol for Briseni's guidance through the storm.
Can I look around and see if Delana is still around?
Go ahead, give me a perception check.
15.
You think that you spot him through the crowd, but it's hard to say for sure. He's not standing anywhere visibly easy to recognize, perhaps, after the situation escalated as it did. Maybe looking for a way to get out.
Is there no way to get over to where I think I saw him, or am I kind of mixed up in this physically?
You're kind of mixed up. They're like everyone's sort of now standing to their feet, gathering around.
Got it. Thanks.
Mm.
I might squeeze out as everybody's gathering around. And see if I can't find Kion because he has the package, and I think I might have found our drop, even if it is early.
Yeah, easy enough to find, kind.
I told you that we were zeroing in. But I think I found a drop. Literally here.
You sitting?
Yeah.
Well, take the risk then. And he'll pull the delivery. Be sure. Any doubts in this line of work? Well, I'm sure you know.
I know. Make the drop. Got it.
And don't get caught.
Yeah, I know. And I'll scooch back.
Well, everyone's sort of enamored with the situation. Can I like scurry up to one of the front windows, have a look outside, see if I can see anything funky? A trail of blood, because I'm assuming I'm gonna follow this trail metaphorically once we're done here.
You don't see a trail of blood much. Just the sort of ruined snow that the blood doesn't seem to have fallen down off of them. The way that they were carrying Briseni, it covered them instead of hitting the ground. But you do see like the sort of walked through snow and might be able to follow that afterwards.
I know if anything interesting of sort of the way that the trail's going, anywhere to start, or do I just see the trail?
You just see the trail at this point, and it doesn't seem too much interesting. Just a group of people all shuffling together, holding a dying figure. It doesn't create a very sort of coherent one step, two step. It's all sort of ruffled through, but you may be able to, as things die down and you're able to get out, investigate further.
You know, I feel like we should. I go over to Scrungle. I feel like we should go find out where this could have happened. Maybe there are other people who may be hurt.
Yeah, they went that way. I don't think we should go right now, but I'll remember the trail for when we do head out. In case the
Okay.
wind blows the snow or snows more, we can't see it anymore.
Okay, I trust you, but yeah.
As you each can take this bit of time to recover.
It's in short rest.
We can take a short rest, sure. There is, of
Okay,
course.
I'll very quickly use both of my wild shapes.
Trelif does, of course, give the prayer, and a lot of the figures of the tavern join in. Preseni lays in the back room. Trelif, as you each rest, frowns, looking back at the cracked door. It's clear to any who look at him, he knew Preseni well, that this death is hitting him hard. But he turns back towards the people that are here waiting out until the all clear sign. You are still under the bell watch. He has work to do. Though meanwhile, back in the pantry, the corpse rests silently beneath the cloth until it twitches. There's a heavy groan from beneath the sheet as Preseni starts to sit up. During your rest, Vraga has chatted with the people, trying to keep up the sort of jovial nature, though it seems that she is unnerved as she cleans up the mess from the brawl, as well as Preseni's blood. You know, it's quite unusual for someone to be murdered in this part of the city. Anywhere in the city. Oh, I hope Drega's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I see some, wounds from like accidents or little bar fights here and there, but that was, I mean, animal bites, sure, but that didn't look like, and from what Wok said, there's magic involved. Oh boy.
I mean, we'd have to ask at the temples. Like, they're the only ones who know much about magic.
Right.
But that's it's not just a bite. Like, it seemed to go in his veins like poison.
Oh gosh.
Tracking through. Like, I've seen some nasty stuff with herbs. But this is nothing like I've seen before.
If
I mean, go ahead.
sorry, if the Templars are the only ones that really know about magic, and it was magic that was affecting the bite, is it safe to go and check with them? If you get what I mean.
I think so. Or they were gonna they sent for a priest, right? Should we wait until the priest gets here? I don't know what to do. Oh, wait, wasn't there something about people coming up being sick? I wonder if
Right
this
in the
is related.
slums, I said.
We're
It's
down in the dirty
just the
penny.
seasonal cold. They're making it seem so much larger. And then the person from the back, no, gods, punishment. Sickness like this don't run rampant in Alecha.
I think while conversations are happening and Block seems distracted, is when Anansi would kind of shift by and leave the package close to Whack.
Roll a sleight of hand.
You got it. That's a 14.
You know that Kian saw it,
Mm,
which you'll probably hear about later.
mm.
But at least the rest of the area doesn't seem to be aware.
Out of curiosity, like we're right there. My passive perception is 15. Did I see it? Or was I too busy talking?
I would say that you'd be too busy talking,
Okay.
because you're trying to figure this situation out, though Callus, who may be a little bit more quiet and observing the situation, might have spotted this.
I'm only at a 13. I'm sorry, it's a 15. Sorry, I can't read.
Yeah, I'm looking at your stats.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll make note of that.
As you all are deciding about what to do, the hour has passed. You've gotten your short rest completed, and you hear a scream. Shout.
Oh.
You scrungle going towards the window you had observed out before, see a woman, young dwarven figure, who is coming forward, and as they get closer, you can hear that they're crying for help. Anyone else who'd be moving over to spot this sees the same thing, and medicine checks, please.
Man, my rolls for medicine has been sucky today. And I'm the cleric.
Okay. Yeah, they're holding their arm. It looks wounded, but that's really all that you guys get with your medicine rolls. And as they enter into the tavern, again holding this wounded arm, you can see the fresh blood there. The dirty penny, rioters, they're crazed. All the beggars and poor folk, it's an uprising. Oh, the gods, they're fighting them, but they don't stop. It's like they've got devils in their hearts. Dark magic's keeping them alive after they've been stabbed 3-fold times.
What? That's... Are you hurt?
Don't... And continue just in the shock, this dwarf continues to talk about the rioting. If anyone would like to roll a history check here.
Oh, twinsies.
Zanilla.
Yep.
It's unlikely for any form of uprising to emerge in the Dirty Penny. Especially during this time of year when most people, even the poorest folk, are preparing for the fall and winter harvest. As harsh as life can be in the slums of any city, this time of year is always quiet in Arlecha.
Uprising? That doesn't happen. What?
Now, there's riots and the guards, they're struggling to contain the fighting. And almost as a portent of the words, you can hear more shouting and screaming from outside. There is a scuffle of some sort that's happening down the row towards the direction of likely where the guards are and the Dirty Penny.
I
And
turn to... Okay.
seeing this, anyone who would like to make a perception check may do so. Look, you don't see this until it's a little bit closer, but you all see a figure sprinting towards your group, towards the tavern. And most of you only see the blood first, covering this figure. Until you get closer and you realize that it is Drega. You can spot her face underneath everything, under the viscera.
Oh, let her in.
As she gets closer and the door opens, you see she is in a panic and is shaking, hardly able to control herself as she just looks at the blood all over her.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Anyone who would like to try and discern if she is wounded may make a medicine check. Anyone who would like to try and calm her down may go for persuasion. Callus, Anansi,
Listen, rogues.
Zanilla. The blood isn't hers. It does belong to someone else. You see no wounds immediately on her.
I'd like to try and bar the door.
Okay. What would you like to try and do to do that? You can just close it. There does have a simple bar lock, a plank that goes over top of it.
I'm gonna do that. That's probably better than my initial idea, which was to whack my quarterstaff through the handles.
All right.
I mean, should we go out there? I turn to Scrungle.
Oh, my initial thought, yeah, I think we should, but probably get more information. There's a lot going on. Don't want anyone else getting hurt.
Okay. Drega, come over here. Let me. I grab the nearest tankard of whatever, and I just pour it to get rid of some of the blood off of her.
Okay. She's again in shock and can only really stare at her hands, and she's shaking. It seems that she doesn't even really recognize the fact that you've done this.
Outcome emotions? Nope.
I just walk over and take her hands and try and just stop them from shaking.
Yeah, you take her hands and it's sticky. The blood isn't warm and it's starting to dry, and it takes the effort of you holding the hand steady for the shaking to stop. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. 13.
So bad out there. I've not seen anything like it.
What happened?
I was speaking to a priest and the guard, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, they just came. The three men, they pounced, and they were like animals, tearing vicious. I barely caught away. Up the priest, the poor girl. I can't.
Okay. Maybe some water in a rag over here.
Easily enough to get cleaning materials, but there are more windows to the rest in resin. If anyone would like to roll a perception or investigation check to perhaps discern more of what's happening outside. Scrungle and Anansi and Callus. All you see is the fight. It just continues. Zanilla and Walk, you see that the guards are pushing against a crowd. That's like they're trying to hold a line.
Okay. If we're not going out there, I think should we barricade this place?
I think that's a good idea because whatever is going on, it's coming towards you.
It's a very good idea.
We don't want it to get in here.
At this point, you hear Dufresne, the quirky gnome of the gardening shop next to Walks, or at least the nephew of the proprietor, as he is turning. You see that he's not quite facing the rest of you all as you're planning this, and you hear, "Oh, hey, Brezeni! This is more exciting than we've seen in ages. Maybe you'll have to write a song about. Hey, wait a minute!" As Brezeni, you see, standing next to him, snarling as he lunges for Dufresne's throat, biting down hard, tearing through the flesh of the neck. And we're rolling initiatives.
Oh my god.
Dummies.
Oh no, I haven't even found my package.
Are you sure you didn't find your package?
I'd say you
No,
would have found the package.
Okay, that's good. I
I would
didn't want to
say-
interrupt the narrative.
Yeah, I would say Anansi dropped it in an area where you'd be able to visually see it. You just didn't see how it got there.
Oh,
But
what's this that I have not yet attuned to?
I will say that you could have done that through the short rest.
Okay.
Yes. Generous DM.
Excellent.
Oh, I am a generous DM.
You really are.
And alrighty, we're gonna get. Oh, our zombie's going first.
Oh no!
Down.
So Brezeni, and then Vanilla, and I'm sure Anansi has the higher modifier out of Anansi and Walk.
Probably.
Plus
Is it
3.
Dex? Oh, if it's Dex, I'm +3 as well.
Oh,
Rollies.
yeah, we need a rollies there.
What am I rolling?
Just a d20. Alright, so it'll be Walk first, then Anansi, then Callus, and Scrungle. So, Brezeni, tearing through Dufresne's throat, leaving the body down, and the blood that drips from his face. His wild eyes look for the next figure. We'll turn towards. We'll turn towards Zanilla.
Oh. Spaghetti.
And Feral, this beast, rushes forward. But that's only a 10 to hit. I'm sure that does
Oh,
not.
no.
So you just hear the snap of teeth, hard, trying to bite down as you move out of the way. And Zanilla.
Yeah.
We'll be coming to your turn just after our next ad break. So, stick around with us. We will be right back to continue on with our story and our combat as we fight to the bard Brezeni, or at least who once was. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads roll, you hang out with our chat room. Please don't mute the ads or leave us, so you can turn down the volume. You can also always make direct donations to the Ko-fi. Direct donations not only help support us here at Wildewitch RP, they also unlock awesome perks for our entire community. They benefit everyone who plays with us for the next month. They include double treasure, double XP, special companions, and even new quests. So stick around with us. We'll be right back. back, and Braseni is standing and fighting and trying to bite you, Zanilla, after having just bitten into Dufresne. And it's your turn, Zanilla. What would you like to do?
Oh God! I go in and grab my holy symbol, and then I go ooh, and look at my companions and put my hand out, and it just kind of little glows, and I cast Bless on Walk, Grungle, and Anansi. You know, the goblin peeps. And as a bonus action, I would like to disengage. I love being a goblin, by the way. And I try to move back 30 feet, or as far as I can. And end the turn.
Okay. So, as you try to move away, that will provoke an attack of opportunity. And Braseni is going to lash outward, try and grab hold of you, and... Gosh dang it, Sirenscape. That's a 19 to hit. On an opportunity attack.
Did she not disengage?
Oh, did she
Bonus
disengage?
action, disengage.
Bonus
Yeah,
action.
disengaged.
I didn't hear the bonus action. I heard the spellcast. Sorry. Oh, we've got a raid coming in. Thank you for the raid. So bonus action, disengage. As you rush forward. So as Braseni tries to reach out, you're able to easily move out of the way. So flavor-wise, he still goes for the attack because he's feral, but mechanically, you don't have to worry.
Thank you.
And then walk. It is your go. You are blessed.
Right, for this, let's try this. Wriggle time! And I'm going to chuck my Staff of the Python down. And with the command word wriggle time, a giant constrictor snake appears from my Staff of the Python.
Hell yeah.
It has its own initiative. During my turn, I can mentally command the snake, so I'm going to say grapple it, keep it still.
All right.
Had-
Just for the ease of the way that we do things here, we'll have the snake after your turn, but it is its own turn.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And I think I still have a bonus action because it just says I can mentally command it. It doesn't say it's a bonus action. So I'm going to touch my quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh as my bonus action, but I'm not going to use it.
So you've got two staffs, the one that's the snake staff and the other staff? Hell yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I had my quarterstaff that I had at the beginning, and then I also have Staff of the Python.
Yeah, I love a double staff. It's great. Hell yeah. Anything else from Watt then?
Nope.
Then it is your snake's turn with wriggle time. And you said there was the constriction was the...
Yeah, it's going to go to constrict, so it's a +6, 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
It does 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning. D8. 2d8. Oh, nice. 18 bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled.
Okay, so as you have the snake wrapped around Braseni, he does seem to take the damage, and is struggling in this grapple. He doesn't seem to enjoy it. Anything else from our snake? I don't believe so.
No, I think that's all it can do.
Then Anansi, it's your go.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll run in, we'll grab a short sword, and we'll take a slash. That's a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit Braseni.
Cool. That is 5 slashing. And I will bonus action give help to Callus.
As you are closer here, when you strike out, you notice something that was a little bit harder for someone to notice from far away. Braseni seems a little resistant to damages. He seems hardy. perhaps with a heavy fortitude to him.
I'll yell that out as I'm giving help.
Okay, so you all hear it, what Anansi has noticed here about Preseni. And Callus, it's your turn.
Alright, I'll get the dagger and the dirk out, and I'll swing at it
Go for it.
with the help action. It's 12.
A 12 will hit the Preseni.
For 7 damage, and y'all that's a 13.
Plus D4. Oh no, you didn't get blessed. Sorry.
That's cool, it hits.
You did have advantage on your first one if you want to add sneak attack.
Yep, there's 7 more.
Cool. Cool. Alright. And anything else from Callus?
That's it.
Scrungle. It's your go.
I'm gonna rage. And I'll run up to Roseni and start clawing. Go reckless. Let's say 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Great. 7 points of slashing damage. It is considered magical.
Good to know.
Matter. Then Claws get a second attack. 23. For about 11 points slashing damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
As you're able to strike out, Preseni is looking furious. He's not even really paying attention to the wounds that he has, and he's gonna go after you, Scrungle, because you were the last one to strike him. So
Let's go reckless.
you did go reckless. So the first attack is a 21.
Yeah.
And he bites down.
Oh!
Straight for the bait. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh!
Goes. Well, you know what? No. He is grappled. We'll say that he pulls you closer first, and then because he got a hit, he will go for the bite.
Right.
So the first attack will be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As he will use his special bonus action, go for a bite. Which you did go reckless on,
Oh!
and that's a 14.
Just messes.
So you
God.
all watch as the teeth come close, right near the sort of open area, but get caught on the armor of a shoulder, a pauldron. And Zanilla, it's your turn.
Yeah! I would like to go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt at a second level.
Sure.
Please, please hit. Please, please hit. Please hit.
That is a natural 1. Unfortunately, that misses, and as it goes wild, you hear the people who are already...
Can I give my inspiration?
Sure.
Let me reroll.
Yeah, if you want to give your inspiration over.
God. Oh wait, don't I have one of those?
You all got an inspiration for character
Yeah.
creation.
Oh, you know what? Then let me use mine,
Okay.
and you keep yours. Okay. God.
The dice gods are fickle. But a 13 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay, it's not a bad damage. Just 19 points of
19
radiant damage.
points of radiant damage. Right into Preseni, and there are people panicking here. Is what happened with Dufrin and seeing Preseni standing again in the fight against Preseni, this crazed figure. but he does go limp. For a second time this day.
Oh my gosh!
But there's hardly a moment for you all to rest, as there are more shouts, not from inside the tavern, but from outside, calls for help. Moving over to the windows, you see people sprinting by. Vicious attackers tackling them down in the streets. And the once perhaps slightly dirtied snow of mud. Red. If anyone would like to roll for me a perception check, please. You're no longer bound by initiative at this moment, so...
Don't let him go. That's me talking to my snake.
Chop his head off.
Everyone except for Scrungle can see that amidst all of the fighting and going, you can see a small group of people that are cut off from escape, hiding behind an overturned cart of the chaos, several bloodied attackers that are trying to break through and get to them. Anyone who would like to roll an insight or survival here?
Got information. Make the check.
Walk. Sinella. You could save these people. It's possible. But it would be dangerous. Should you attempt to.
What do you think? I feel like we should go out there and help them up, but
No, if we open that door, we're letting more of whatever the hell this is in. We can't. Can we?
If we lock ourselves in here, then if one gets in, then we're locked in with it.
We were already locked in with one.
At least one.
should we run out the back door? Is there a back door?
Roll for me investigation or perception checks as you talk over this, as you're all kind of aware of the situation unfolding. Anansi, Walk, and Callus. There is another cart, not terribly far between where you see the figures that are hiding and the rest in resin. One that could be pushed forward to allow the victims to climb over and evade the attackers. It's not foolproof, but it's better than just running out. Wolfrid, kind of looking over, downs the rest of the tankard that is mostly empty. Oh. Looks like they're fucked.
We could do this.
Do what?
Well, if we're doing this, don't just stand there. Trelif will shove Wolfrid forward, who kind of stumbles a little drunkenly as he grabs a small table, and because of his half-treant nature, this large form, he's able to lift it up easily, preparing it as some sort of bludgeoning weapon.
We're going out? Okay. Okay.
Wait,
I'm ready.
are we leaving this body behind us?
It hasn't moved since the beam of radiance that Zanilla had shot at it, but I mean, you had seen it dead once before. But there are other figures here that may be able to keep watch on it.
Right. Let's go.
I follow.
Yep.
Out we go.
Straight.
I'll take a look, try and lock eyes with Kion before heading out.
Roll for me a perception check.
But I'm bad at those. 16.
You don't spot Kyan out here.
That's really going. Because Cinderella knows nothing.
Any sign of Delana?
No sign. Oh, well, no, go ahead. Roll a perception check. You might see something. No sign of
not.
Delana.
Is the son of the gardening shop?
No,
Is
that
he
was
dead?
that was the guy that got his throat torn out.
Oh, his throat was torn out, so he is definitely dead. then?
Yeah, he's on the ground. There's blood, viscera. He's down.
He got bit, right?
You saw his throat torn out by Brazeni's teeth. Yes.
Okay.
And
If we're going, we should go now.
if we wait any longer, it will be worse. So, Wolfraid will lift the barricade and open the door. And you rush.
Wriggle time. I don't know what your name is yet. Yes, we'll ask that later. Can you stay between us and those bitey folks?
So, as you are moving through, trying to get to the figures, you have the snake going forward, trying to keep a distance, a sort of barrier for you all. You also had spotted the cart that you can utilize. And, what would you like to do? Do you want to move quickly to get over to the figures? Do you want to pick up the cart? What skills, abilities, or spells would you likely wish to use here?
Oh,
I'm gonna make my
I'm-
way towards the cart.
Roll me a stealth check if you want to be unavoided.
Yee.
oh no.
That's a
I am
25.
so sorry, everybody.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
if you're, I mean, you're all heading over towards the cart. So you don't have, like, this is if you are moving by yourself away from where the people picking up the cart and moving the second cart over is.
Oh, okay.
So,
No, I'm gonna. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to stay nearish to the snake because I know that when I give the command word, it will turn back into the staff. So I want to be nearby so I can grab it. But what I would like to do is in the centre of all the attackers, I'd like to cast Spike Growth.
okay, yeah. Go for it.
I think it just does the thing. Ground in 20-foot radius, centre point, blah blah blah, twists and sprouts, hard spikes, difficult terrain. To try and stop them getting any closer to us.
Alright. So, what you would notice is that as you cast this, they do take the damage as they move, but their attention doesn't seem to be on your approach. They still seem to be trying to break into this cart where you had spotted the survivors. But they do seem to be taking the damage, and are tearing themselves apart. This almost mindless set of instincts, of intentions. And Sirenscape, gosh darn it. Exactly, princess. And what about Callus and Scrungle? What are you doing?
I'd go the stealthy route also.
Roll it. Can Callus roll for me? Athletics or acrobatics?
Oh God.
Callus, as you are trying to move over to get to them where you had seen Snilla and Anasi get by with ease, it is your trained reflexes that kick in that moment of tension and danger as you are almost tackled to the ground by one of those feral attackers in the streets. The bloodied snow kicks up in a slush, but you remain out of its grasp
Oh.
for now. Do you do anything here? Continue quickly, or do you try and put this creature down while it is still perhaps in a bit of shock of not catching its prey?
I would try to eliminate the threat.
How would you like to do that?
I would stab it.
Make me an attack roll, please.
18
And damage.
for 7.
You bring your short sword down again, these honed sort of skills, and just stab down in the neck. Twist real quick. The creature isn't twitching right now, but hopefully it means that it's dead. You remove it and you can continue onward towards the cart. Scrungle, what are you doing?
I didn't pass any of the checks to really find out what's going on, so just
Oh, yeah.
following Zanilla.
All right, would you like to roll me a stealth check?
Sure. 17.
Okay, you make it over there fine. Wolfrid and Trelif make their way over to the cart, and they're both strong figures. They'll be able to lift that cart and bring it over. Though it gives you some time as you all make your way to the, walk, you stay sort of vigilant in the center with the snake as a sort of buffer between any potential attackers. But Scrungle, Callus, and Nancy, Zanilla, you make your way over and you can see the trapped people here. Some are panicking, others are trying to figure out. And Scrungle, roll for me a perception or history check.
On a -1. For the -1. That's a 5.
There's a figure in here that you recognize, but right now it's like tip of the tongue, not coming to you. But you definitely know that they're a high-ranking Timber Knight. But you just can't remember the name. She is a halfling that you see amongst the figures here. And walk. You see that from Callus's direction, more figures are coming. More of these feral attackers, the rioters.
Okay, how far am I from Callus?
I'd say because you kind of kept in the sort of center, you'd be about 25 feet from the cart, where all they went.
Okay, how close are the oncoming?
They're farther away. So like you're at the turn and the corner of a turn. Callus is on one side and these attackers are coming from another. So like where Callus was, but not where he is. And I'll say that at the moment that you spot them, they're about 40 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm gonna run, even though it's within my walking amount, to the cart where everyone else is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get the snake tooth follow me. No, I'm not. I'm going to shout wriggle time and grab it back into a staff as I'm running towards them.
Okay. So, double staffed up, you rush over, and as you stand there, Trelif and Wolfred are on the way, but they are carrying that cart, so again, it takes some time. What do you all do with the figures here trapped under the cart? And the zombies that are trying to get to them?
Okay, just so I understand what happened. The cart flipped over on its side or flipped over, and there were people trapped under it?
So, the cart, you don't know if they were on the cart before it flipped over or not. You spotted that there is an overturned cart, and that these figures are using it as a protection, a hiding spot.
Oh, understood. Okay. Is there any like animal or anything that's actually attached to the cart so the cart can go?
No.
Okay. Then my suggestion would be everybody get it back inside to the tavern, and I turn to the big, tree and
They're not here
So-
yet. They're coming. They had the other cart that they were using as the buffer for when you guys
right.
get this. So because it's only 2 people that are holding that, they can't move as quickly as the rest of you.
Right.
I'm going to kind of try and get all of their attention at once and calmly explain to them the plan so that they know what's happening.
Why don't you just roll for me a charisma check here?
Yeah, sure. I can totally do that.
Just straight charisma.
Totally. It's an age.
There's a lot of panic.
Cool. It's fine to be scared, but you just need to know what's happening.
As Anansi's doing that, I want to use Thunderwave to try and push the
ones that are here?
Yeah, I'm assuming they're zombies.
Yeah. There were attackers trying to get into the cart from the other side, so you can definitely try and push those ones away.
That's my plan. So I cast Thunderwave and they make a con save.
They fail. I just did a group roll instead of rolling individually for all these guys.
Excellent. They take 9 damage and are pushed away.
So as the crack of thunder comes crackling outwards, and the ones that are on the overturned cart here are pushed off, you turn just as Trelif and Wolfred are getting here, and I'm going to ask for a perception check here. I'd be really mean and say disadvantage since all you guys are goblins, but I'm not going to. Wait, you guys are short. There's a cart.
Have a -1.
Oh my god, you're so racist.
It's not. It's physics. Unless you've got like mirrors on stilts.
Yes, we don't.
But no, it would be Zanilla, it would be Scrungle, and it would be Callus that spots this from behind the cart that Trelif and Wolfred have brought to assist in moving the figures here. You've been cut off from getting back to the rest in resin. That horde of zombies that Walk had seen before have closed distance.
That's fantastic.
So, to get these figures safely to the rest in resin, to get yourselves safely to the rest in resin, it looks like you will have to fight. So why don't we roll initiatives?
Faye is really trying to kill us.
Yeah, she really is.
What is our initiative rolls right now?
What do you mean?
What is going on?
We're level 3. What do you want?
So once again, our zombies seem to be going first.
Oh. Damn.
And then we've got Anansi. And then Walk, Scrungle, Zanilla, and Callus. So, you are able to hear where bodies slam against the cart and are trying to break against it. But it does do its job and provide a suitable barrier. Though with the sound of the forceful impacts, it likely will not last forever. And that'll be 3 attacks that hit. So that'll do. Bam, bam, bam. Anansi,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to do?
Let's pretend this is not happening. Um,
Can I cry as a bonus action?
Crying's a free action, so you're fine to cry.
well, yeah, we gotta do this. We're gonna run in with a sword.
Alright, so you duck in
That's it.
underneath some of the opening of the cart or around its side, and you see the fresh group of zombies here.
With my short sword, we're gonna slice one.
Go for it.
That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 7 piercing, and I'm assuming that there's at least one within 5 feet of it.
There it is, yeah.
So cool. So that's another 3. And then I'll disengage.
Okay. So you disengage, move away, and walk. It's your turn.
Wriggle time, Shillelagh.
Sure.
Wriggle time. I couldn't think of a better command word.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
It's very walk.
Wriggle time. Shillelagh. And then I'll say same again.
Okay.
Do the same again. That was good. Good job. Right, so the constrictor snake goes after me, and they roll +6 to hit, so 14.
A 14 will definitely hit a zombie.
Oh, nice. Zomble. Zomble. 2d8 +4 is 14 damage, and they are grappled. The escape DC is a 16.
Okay. Well. And the body here seems to try and break out, but it is not doing very well. It seems that the constrictor snake is snapping some of the ribs, tearing the muscles on the broken bones. Scrungle, it's your turn.
Right. I'm gonna head over to the closest zombie.
All right. It's the one that Anansi had struck.
Right. Gonna use my last rage.
All right.
Damn it. I'll do the claws again and go
Yeah.
for 2 claw attack. Reckless. So 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for 12 points of slashing damage. Then that's 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
For another 7 slashing. It is all magical.
So what happens here is that as you are the claws strike at the first one, the body will drop down, and there is a moment where second has been primed, ready to launch itself at you. But your second attack comes forward, scratches across the face, and deals the 7 damage to the new one as the first one went down.
Great.
And anything else from Scrungle?
Nope, that's me.
Zanilla, it is your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on the one that Scrungles just hit with her second attack. It's
Okay.
Dex 14 save, please.
Yeah, we can do that. So apparently they've been pretty good with their decks these days. That is an 18.
I hate you. End the turn.
Look, I gotta get my nat 20 somewhere if you don't want to be bait.
They have -2 dex and they've beaten us in initiative twice.
Oh, that is so sad.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Awesome.
Then Callus, it is your turn.
Okay, I'll stab at the nearest zombie.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, wow.
They're
Have
so
you-
dexterous.
Have you used your initiative? Not initiative. What's the other one? Inspiration. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna save it, I think.
Yeah,
Fair
probably a
enough.
good idea.
Why? If you use it when I award a new one, you'll be able to get a new one.
I'm
Yeah,
scared.
when will you?
It's alright to be scared.
You just
At
have
the
to
end
know
of
what's
turn.
happening.
Our zombies are going to go. And,
Are they within 10 foot of me?
yeah.
Okay. I would like one of them to make a con save as my spores.
Alright. Oh
exist.
shit, we've got another raid. Thank you for the raid coming in. And so that'll be a natural 20 on the con save.
They're fine.
So with that, as the energies try to overwhelm this figure, it seems that perhaps due to the necrotic nature or some other, maybe the dark magic you had spotted on Brzeni is causing it to be a bit more imbibed in its health. It seems to be more hardy, and yeah, you know what? We've got and we're gonna get Scrungle's gonna get an attack. Walk is gonna get an attack. And the one in the snake is gonna attack the snake.
Yep.
We've got one going against Anansi, and then one that'll go against Callus. So
Everybody has a friend.
everybody's gonna get a friend. So the one on the snake got a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And it's going to try and bite down on the snake because it can't really get its arms out, for 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So, like, right near the snake's, like, head. It's now got a chomp. Scrungle, the one in front of you, is going to try and pounce like it was before, shaking itself off. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You are going to be knocked prone as it snarls above you. 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. And because it hit you, it'll unlock its special bonus attack and go for an attempt to bite. But that is a 13. So you're fine. For now. Walk.
Yep.
A 16 to hit.
Mates.
All right. So you feel the impact of the creature slamming into you. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Callus. A 7 will miss.
Yes.
And then Anansi.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 12 to hit. You're fine.
Nope.
Back to the top of the round. Anansi, it is your turn. You've got a friend.
I don't want this one. We'll slash at him.
Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
For 6 slash or piercing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is there anyone within 5 feet of him?
Yeah, easily.
Great. So another 6,
Okay.
and then we'll use one of the Fury of the Small and add another 2. So altogether 14.
Okay. It's looking a little rough here, but I mean, he was dead to begin with. Walk.
Oh, I'm gonna disengage. It's
Oh.
1 second. Sorry.
Okay. Easily done. Walk. We do come to your turn.
Okay, I am going to use one go of my wild shape. I know it's not go.
Yeah.
To use a symbiotic entity, which gives me 12 temporary hit points and some other cool stuff, where I do more damage and stuff. Then I will disengage as a bonus action
Sounds good.
and tell the snake to bite him back.
Okay.
So, Snakey McSlithertown,
Lovely name.
thanks. Will go. It was 8 for a bite.
An 8 will hit. Just barely.
Oh, okay. For 9 plus 4, 13 piercing.
Okay. The creature goes limp.
Okay.
Scruggle. You come to your turn.
Right. Said that I was prone.
You're prone, and this creature is above you trying to feast.
Am I grappled or can I stand up?
You're just knocked prone with this thing on top of you, so you'd be able to stand up, but you'd still be right there.
Right, I'll stand up and I'll take 2 claw attacks.
Go for it.
Okay. I'll not go reckless. We'll be sensible. 23 hit.
23 will in fact hit.
Great. 7 points of slashing damage.
Beautiful.
And a 17 to hit. For 10 points of slashing damage.
That will go down.
Right. How many zombies are left?
3 that are in your immediate way of getting from where you're at with the saved people and getting to the rest in resin.
Right. Who are those zombies on at the moment?
One was on Walk, but Walk disengaged. The other was on Anansi, but Anansi disengaged. The other is on Callus.
I'll run up to the one on Callus and that's turn.
Right. Zanilla, it is your go.
I'd like to go ahead and cast Toll of the Dead on the one that Anansi disengaged from.
Okay.
Wisdom 14, please.
That's a failed wisdom save.
Yes! It is 5 points of damage, end of turn.
The creature falls to the ground. Callus, it's your turn.
And Scrugglehead run up to the one next to me,
Scrungle ran up to the one on you.
and I will attack it.
Go for it.
Am I able to slide into a flank with it?
Yeah, you can slide into a flank.
18.
18 will hit.
Do a sneak attack.
Okay.
In the offhand, 18.
Yeah, that'll hit. It's another one down. Leaving just the one that was over near Walk.
I'll move over towards it if I have any movement left.
Yeah, you definitely have a movement to get over there, which immediately takes its attention off of Walk and onto you, and it's going to rush forward. Try
But
to
at
get a...
first, it's
Okay.
going to make a con save.
But first, it's going to make a con save. That is a 19.
That it's fine. Stupid zombie.
Yeah. And as it rushes forward towards you, Callus, that is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And it is trying to bite you. That is 6 points of piercing damage. Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn.
Cool. So the one that I was on is done
Gone.
for.
Yes.
There's still one on.
There's one that just took a bite out of Callus.
Oh! Oh no! Wait, I missed that completely. Okay. Problem. We'll run over there.
I will say, Callus, that it has bit your hand. It didn't bite your neck.
Ouchie.
We'll just have to chop his hand off.
A 10 to hit?
A 10 will hit the zombie.
Oh, thank God. That's 8. Piercing.
Okay.
We'll bonus action.
You are in a position where you can add your sneak attack. It is
Oh,
engaged with
okay.
another foe.
Cool. So another 4. So that's 12.
Beautiful. It doesn't go down.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bonus action, give the help action. Oh, who's right after me?
That would be Walk.
Oh, then I'll give the help action to Walk.
All right. Walk, it is your turn. You have the benefits of a help action.
Nice. I will try and hit it with my non-snake quarterstaff.
Go for it.
If I get help is a
Advantage.
advantage, yeah. So 12 or 8.
The 12 will hit.
Okay. That's 11 plus another d6 from my fancy wild shape. So that's 17 damage.
With that, you are no longer bound by initiative as this creature will go down. But I will ask for athletics or acrobatics checks here to rush through the streets.
Oh god.
As you all move, Zanilla and Walk, you are at the end, the back of the pack here. Even the figures that had been moved out by Wolfred and Trelif, these saved folk, will rush in. The rest in resin is ahead of you. 40 feet. 30 feet. 20. But you also hear the undead getting closer behind you. These feral attackers. They run, most of them dropping to all fours to try and pounce. They have one goal. And currently the closest of those goals are Walk and Zanilla. You rush forward.
Don't say it.
Raga and Draga are at the doors, helping you all in, rushing you forward. You see that there has been a partial barricade formed. And it is just barely, as the two grab hold of Walk and Zanilla, that the doors are able to close, but you hear the impact of the zombies on the other side. The feral creatures trying to enter in. You were so close to being grabbed. The rampage continues through the streets. From high above, the city glows like the back of a fire pit. Flames and terror ripple through the streets of Arlecha as it is overrun with the walking dead.
Oh.
Friend turns upon friend, mother upon father, brother upon sister. None seems safe from this nightmarish plague. And our survivors, holed up like animals in a cage, surrounded by feral, ravenous, and hungry. What will happen? Will our heroes survive? We'll have to find out when our story continues next,
No.
as our session ends here. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Oh my god.
Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to keep up to date with all of our announcements, as well as all the fun stuff we've got going on. Hell, you can even jump into a game yourself. And of course, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.